from winning the One Day and T20 World Cups in 2022 to now failing white ball side that can't even win a game. The English white ball downfall has been rather stunning and, to be honest, pretty abrupt. But before we get into the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we are trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. The downwards curve started in 2022 when Eoin Morgan retired from T20 and One Day cricket. After a disastrous 2015 World Cup campaign, it was Eoin Morgan who rebranded England's white ball side. Up to that point, England played a very old-fashioned brand of one-day cricket. It was in that 2015 World Cup that Eoin Morgan spotted the New Zealanders, led by Brendon McCullum. It was the McCullum-led Kiwi side that convinced Morgan that he had to completely change the way England played their white ball cricket. Ironically, that man Brendon McCullum would reappear in our story a bit later. However, he would be painted in a completely different light. It was with this mantra that England unleashed one of the most ferocious white ball sides that cricket has ever seen. It was under the Morgan era that England's brutal batting lineup broke the world record for the one-day score 3 different times. And in the 2019 World Cup, English cricket came a full circle, with Eoin Morgan bringing him home the one-day title. In mid-2021, Morgan endured a dip in form and eventually retired from all international cricket in 2022. Morgan's retirement came in July, which meant that it was just 2 months before the T20 World Cup 2022. It meant England had a relatively new captain and coach heading into the T20 World Cup 2022, which they ended up winning pretty comfortably. And whilst it would be unfair to discredit Jos Buttler for England's T20 World Cup win, most of that team was still under the Morgan era. At this point in our story, England hold both the T20 and One Day World Cup, and they are riding high. However, all of this is about to change in the 2023 ODI World Cup, where England had an absolute shocker of a campaign. England won only 3 of their 9 games, failing to reach finals, finishing 7th, a far cry from their 2019 championship. At this point, cracks were beginning to appear in England's side. At the start of the tournament, England elected not to pick Harry Brook and instead picked Jason Roy, the man who brought them the World Cup the last time out. This was completely fair enough, because Roy was at the head of England's charge to white ball dominance and also a key player in their 2019 World Cup. This decision brought in a lot of backlash, with many fans commenting that Harry Brook should have been in the team. Harry Brook at this point had only played 3 ODIs with a top score of 40, while Jason Roy had scored 100 in his second last game for England. But in the end, England fell to the outside noise, sensationally dumping Jason Roy and picking Harry Brook, which ended up being a flop of a decision, as Harry Brook only averaged 25 in the tournament. Despite making the finals, England's 2024 T20 World Cup wasn't much better. They lost 3 games throughout the tournament, including a hammering in the semi-final to India. This was the point that England realised they needed to switch it up in white ball cricket, so they parted ways with Matthew Watt and brought in a familiar man from this story to coach the white ball side. Baz McCullum was the obvious choice for England's white ball coach. He'd coached the white red ball team and had absolutely revolutionised them, inventing the term Bazball. And whilst we're only a month and a half into Brendon McCullum's coaching career, the results just haven't gone their way so far. Under McCullum's captaincy, they lost the T20 series against India 4-1, the ODI series against India 3-0, and they've lost their first game against Australia in the Champions Trophy, playing against a depleted Australian team, missing several of their star players. One of the biggest flaws in England's bowling attack is that there's just too much pace on and raw pace, while there's not enough skills in there. Adil Rashid still does the job as England's specialist spinner, however, it's the others who I'm concerned about. All of Mark Wood, Jofra Archer and Brydon Cast are out-and-out pace bowlers, but they lack the skills with the new ball and also struggle sometimes with the death. One man I believe should be part of England's white ball side is Matthew Potts. He has good skills with the new ball and impressed against Australia earlier last year. They also lack a proper 5th bowler, with Liam Livingstone requiring to bowl 10 overs in each innings. If England want to bounce back in this Champions Trophy, they're going to have to fix their bowling attack. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment if you're new here. Thank you.